Here are a couple examples on working with angles. Our question here says, each point of the Kermit the Frog's star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame is a congruent angle. Let's just stop there. What that is saying is each one of these corners is congruent to each other. There's what the first line of information tells us. Next it says, find the measure of each angle of Kermit's star. Well, we have 5 of them, but if I can get away without using all 5 of them, I'm going to see if I can. Well, I know the measurement of this angle is 2x plus 5. And I know that the measurement of this angle is 3x minus 10. The reason that's valuable is because we know that all of the angles are congruent to each other. So when we know things are congruent to each other, we can also set them equal to each other. So I'm going to put 2x plus 5 equal to 3x minus 10. Now again, the reason we could do that is because the angles were congruent to each other. We couldn't just pick 2 angles and put them equal to each other unless we knew that they were congruent to each other. Now we solve the problem. Move the 2x over to the 3x. And we're left with 5 equals x minus 10. Now add the 10 over to the 5, and we find out that x equals 15. Now that we have that, we should really go back and reread the question one more time to see if we've answered the question that was being asked. Well, looking at the end of the question, it says find the measure of each angle. We didn't find the measure of the angle. We found the measure of x. So we need to take that 15 and place it into either the 2x minus 5 equation or the 3x minus 10 equation. I'm going to put it in the 2x plus 5. So 2 times x plus 5. 2 times 15 is 30 plus 5 is 35 degrees. Now if we had put it in for 3x, we would have got 45 minus 10, which is also 35 degrees. So now we know that each angle of Kermit the Frog's star is 35 degrees. Our next question says, ray BD bisects angle ABC. Find M. That M means find the measure of angle ABD if the measure of angle CBD is equal to 12a minus 8 and the measure of ABC is equal to 22 minus 11. That is a lot of information to just try and interpret. So the best choice here to add it to the picture. The first thing the first line says is BD bisects. We already know, because of the word bisect, that this piece then is congruent to this piece. So my 2 angles are equal in size. Next it tells us that CBD, so CBD is 12a minus 8. It also tells us that angle ABC is equal to 22a minus 11. Now these two are not equal to each other. As you can see, angle CBD is definitely smaller than angle ABC. But now let's think back. Oh yeah, we have things that are congruent. So because this one is 12a minus 10, we could put 12a minus 8, we could put 12a minus 8 for the other angle. We have some more information in the picture, but we still have to figure out if we have enough. Well, the 22a minus 11 is from this to this. It's from the two ends, or excuse me, it's from the ray to the ray. It's the larger angle. Well, we can see that the larger angle is actually made up by the two smaller angles. So what we can do is we can take 12a minus 8 plus 12a minus 8, and that's going to equal the larger angle, which is 22a minus 11. Once you have this written down, I would suggest pausing the recording just for a moment so you can solve this question to make sure that your algebra skills are maintained as well as they should be. Welcome back. I've started to solve this question. I've combined the 12a and the 12a on the left side. Now I'm going to combine the minus 8 and minus 8, and that still will equal the 22a minus 11. Now I will move the 22a over to the left side, and I will be left with 2a minus 16 equals 11. Two steps left. Add the 16. Did you catch my mistake? I forgot to bring my negative down. So now I have negative 11 plus 16, which is 5. Divide by 2, and a will be 5 halves. Now we have our measurement, or excuse me, our value of a. The final step is to plug that back in. We could plug it into either equation, but I'm going to plug it into the original smaller angle, I should bring that back for you, of 12a minus 8. So I'm going to have 12 times a minus 8. 12 times 5 halves is going to give me 30 minus 8, which is 22 degrees. We've just determined that the measurement of our two angles, ABC and DBC and ABD, the two small inside angles, I'll kind of color them a little green here. So that angle right there and that angle there are both 22 degrees. If you have any questions, make sure to bring them to me in class.